Next up, we got a cookies tier list. This is pretty important as knowing the right cookie can save the day. Maybe you got a gathering you got to go to, you don't know what kind of food you should bring. You think, oh, I'll stop by the cookie aisle. Who doesn't like cookies? Which one am I going to grab? Which one does people like? Which one do I like? We'll start with whatever this crazy thing is. I think that's the one with like that jelly in it. Those are pretty good. I think C tier is fair. They've never been all that great. I forget the name. Something like something Ville. I don't know. We got this Hershey Kiss type chocolate. I don't know what you call it, but it's pretty good. B tier. These things hit. These things slap too. Right there in B tier is fine. Oreo Thins. Don't know if I've ever had them. Don't know why they would exist. They're thin. D tier. Look, I assume they taste just like Oreos but thinner. So maybe it's just a different kind of bite to it. So maybe low B tier. Milano double dark chocolate. Dark chocolate kind of blows, so I think D tier. I've never had these, but I think it's safe to assume that double dark chocolate's got to be D tier. Like, what do I want? Like a bitter chocolate? I don't know. I don't know what you're getting at with this bitter chocolate nonsense. Chips Ahoy Chewy. I feel like you're just not getting the same thing as the regular Chips Ahoy. It's almost the same, but it's just a little weird. The chewiness, like sometimes it perfectly hits the spot to have like a few. But if you're in a real cookie rampage, if you are the Cookie Monster in a temporary rage state of Cookie Monster insanity, you want the original with some milk. Let's move on to Mint Oreo. Mint Oreo. I think I tried this once and it was giving me some tiny hints, some inspiration from the Thin Mint, but it is not the Thin Mint. The Thin Mint is superior. So Mint Oreos, you're pretty good, but I gotta place you low, below these Oreo Thins. You're good, but you're not that good. You're not quite there. You haven't reached that level. I wish you were as good as Thin Mints, because Thin Mints aren't nearly as readily available as they probably should be. Pecan Sandies. I mean, I think of The Office. I think of Kevin. I don't know if I've ever actually had one, or I'm sure I have, but I just don't remember it. So it'll stay in D tier. We got double chocolate cookie with the chocolate chips. It's too much chocolate. Let's be serious here. You're not getting that like right amount of chocolate that you're getting with the regular chocolate chip. This is insanity. These look like freshly baked, so obviously freshly baked alone, it's gonna be hitting way better than out of a package. I'll put it right here. We got the homemade chocolate chip, S tier, coated, easy. Gingerbread man, gingerbread people, gingerbread person, people kind, you know how it is. The gingerbread man, kind of crappy, stale. I like the ginger flavor of gingerbread cookies, but I mean, it's more of a craft than it is a cookie. I think I can safely put it below these ones in C tier. This fella, these are kind of weird. I've never been into them. I'll put it just above Pecan Sandy. Fortune Cookie. Kind of more of a cracker than a cookie. Just super bland. I hated them as a child. I can kind of tolerate eating them. It's more of like it's hard to explain it, but it's very bizarre. I'll put it here. These things, now whatever these things are called, these donut cookies are awesome. I've never like sought them out. I've never bought like a pack of these, but anytime I've had them like at like weird events that for some reason are giving out cookies, these are awesome. I should buy some. I'll go low A tier for whatever those donut cookies are. Oreo double stuff, almost as good as regular Oreo. A little too much on the cream, a little too much stuff going into my mouth. Low A tier. Sugar cookies with the frosting. Solid. They're better than double stuff. Right here in A tier. Really high placement, but I think it's deserved. I think Oreo is as good as you're gonna get. I'd put it even above Chewy. The best you're gonna get besides your basic Chips Ahoy or other mass-produced chocolate chip cookie. Oreo, it's just personally, I don't like them as good as chocolate chip. They're great, but they're not as good as chocolate chip. Now we got the like M&M chocolate chip, candy chocolate chip. I don't know what you call these, but I'll put them right above Chips Ahoy Chewy. Oatmeal raisin. If it was oatmeal chocolate chip, it'd be up there in S tier, but it's probably oatmeal raisin. So it's got to be. I mean, oatmeal raisin is still incredible. It's a really good balance of flavors. It's just not as good as oatmeal chocolate chip. I think I got to put oatmeal raisin as the top of B tier. It's outrageously good. It somehow makes like raisins. Somehow only raisins are only decent in oatmeal chocolate chip cookies or in Raisin Bran, but they're really not even that great in Raisin Bran. We got sugar cookies once again. Yeah, I'm just gonna put these here. I don't know what these are. These weird pancakes. I don't know. Pancake's not a cookie. F tier. Ooh, they actually have Thin Mints on the list. Thin Mints are ridiculously good. Clearly S tier. Lemon Oreos. I've never seen this in a store. I've never heard one whisper about lemon Oreos. They're probably really awesome. I really like golden Oreos. For a while, golden Oreos were incredible. They were like top level. It was like Oreo saw that the discount Oreos, the store brand Oreos, were like almost as good as Oreos. Then they would have like the golden Oreo, that like vanilla or whatever flavor style of rip off Oreo, and those were incredible. And they're like, well, why don't we just make those? We're Oreo. Like, let's go for it. They went for it, and it was amazing. I like golden Oreos better than original Oreos, but like, they're not really around that often anymore. It's kind of like they had a temporary run, and in the end of that run, when I started getting packs of these like golden Oreos, they started being really stale. Like they stopped mass producing them, and just whatever stock continued its way out, and they just seemed stale and not as good as those first like couple packs that I had. Lemon Oreo though, like it's got to be pretty good actually. I think I'm just going based off solely assumption. I'm gonna say it's just below the mint Oreo, and the mint Oreo is not nearly as good as the thin mint. Thin mint, you get that like actual chocolate. You get this amazing crunch. Thin mint, it's minty, it's chocolate, it's just great. Now this is, I think this is like a peanut butter weirdo cookie. I don't know. I don't know what this is actually. One of them like nut cookies. I'll put it just above the pecan sandy. And we have, last but certainly not least, the peanut butter cookie. Homemade. It's S tier. It's higher than the rest. It is the greatest cookie ever made. It's peanut butter. It's cookie. Peanut butter is better than chocolate. It just flat out is. It's You aren't getting better than a peanut butter cookie. If I've said this for almost my entire life. If I knew how to make peanut butter cookies, I would be 800 pounds within a year. Do not teach me how to make a peanut butter cookie, or you will end my life. I will not be able to stop making them. Anyway, this is my cookie tier list.